welcome back to another episode of Toxic Talks, episode number 29. And we've had a interesting week so far. Mainly in terms of War Thunder, but we've had a very, very, very wonderful week. So we're gonna jump straight into it. But I hope you guys have had a wonderful week in the past. And let's go over what has happened with us. So, in terms of War Thunder, we've been grinding Japan quite extensively, as you guys can see, and it's been kind of brutal. We ended up getting to the 104J and realizing that that was not it. So we ended up basically, and you guys will see for this week's videos, we ended up getting the content that we needed for that jet. And we basically just went straight back to the AV8. But in good news, we will be getting the F4 EJ on Sunday. I'll probably do a little bit of grinding actually as we're getting done with the videos for this week. But that dude, it's been a brutal grind for that. But in terms of ground, we ended up finally getting the STB2 and the Type 74, the 8.3, not the 9.3, but we've been thoroughly enjoying those additions to our lineup. And we are basically guaranteed, not early this week, but we're basically guaranteed to be getting our not at least one or two 9.0s, 9.3s this week for our tank lineup. But in terms of that, we are increasing our RP gain, so things should start going a little bit quicker for us, thankfully. And we're just enjoying that. But it has been quite the grind for Japan. Don't get me wrong, it's actually gone really, really quickly, but that's more so the fact that there's not too many vehicles in the tech tree itself. But oh boy, and I'm so excited. I'm actually so excited to do Germany and finally go back to a top tier premium because we have the 2A4 and the, well, technically speaking, it's not top tier, but we have the Swedish 9.0, which people have been saying has been a very good jet. So I'm excited for that. But the Leo 2A4 Canada edition, I I'm excited for because I know we'll do well in that. We as I say on stream, top tier is our home, but we have 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks tops, but I'm saying 2 weeks because we're basically almost there until we're done with Japan. So almost there, and then we're gonna do Germany. Germany, I don't want to say it's gonna take longer. It probably will take 5, 6 weeks in total, but it shouldn't be too bad. Again, 2A4, we're going to be all right. But also in other gaming news, this week we finally got around to playing some Night Rain. Enjoyed that. We did the Pest Everdark, which is basically like the hard variant of the, I guess you would call them like the normal versions, and ended up doing that with Carnage. You didn't complete it, but then last night I ended up finishing that off, so pretty decent, and I'll probably end up playing that a little bit today. We also did a little bit of Expedition 33, and for me, it's a tough one for me because basically where I'm at with my playthrough, even though technically speaking, like we're basically done with everything, but where I'm at with my playthrough, I have good enough like stats and all that stuff to basically go to all the way to 7. My issue is I want to basically make my characters as busted as I possibly can. Now, the thing of the matter is I would have to do quite a decent amount of setup to be able to actually do it if I was to start a new character, but once I got the setup completely done, at that point it would be easier than farming what I'm doing right now because right now in what is it? Renoir's drafts, farming the creations for 2 Lumina every time, so it's a little bit of a nuisance. It wouldn't be too long, honestly speaking. Like it would be like every minute I would get one, so every hour I'd get 60 pretty much, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 80. And I can just turn my brain off and like just put on a YouTube video and do it, but it's just so not fun to do it that way. But at the same time, it would be quite a bit of setup to actually get the other farm going, and I just don't know what I want to do with that. But I'm still debating on how I want to go about that. So it's a little bit of a struggle for me in terms of Expedition 33, but dude, I still love that game. I still love that game. I mean, either way, we're still overpowered. We ended up testing out to see if we could even kill what's his name, the final boss of the game. And we did it. I think I want to say first try, which was extraordinarily nice, but it just goes to show you how overpowered builds can be. But that's basically what's been happening with me in terms of gaming. Um, Not too much else again. We're sort of in that phase where there's not too many things coming out in terms of gaming, but when new stuff comes out for either GTA or Arc Raiders, you guys will be the first to hear it from me. But in terms of what's happened beyond that, I should be getting my car fixed this week. It's in the shop as we speak, pretty much, and I'm excited to finally have that completely behind me. No longer have to worry about that and just move on from that situation. So relief. So relieved. It's not even funny. But other than that, in terms of world news, the Epstein list situation is, well, it's slow. Let's just put it that way. It's slow, but like I said before, I don't think we're at the end of it. Too many people want it to come out, too many people are complaining, and there's a lot more speculation coming out. There's a lot more nonsense. But I truly believe it the truth will be revealed. I truly believe no matter what, the truth will be revealed, which always happens. So, but in terms of also the truth being revealed, an interesting an interesting thing happened this week at a Coldplay concert, and I assume most people know exactly what I'm talking about when I bring this up, but there was a CEO, the head of HR, and not really involved, but definitely part of the issue. One of the top HR people as well, but the CEO and the top the tippity top of the HR were both having an affair. And they got caught on a kiss cam at a Coldplay concert. Now, I'm going to say this, and I don't think this is controversial. I don't think this is controversial at all. And if it is controversial, it goes to show more of who you are as an individual rather than me. But I'm glad Coldplay did that. I'm glad they fucking released that that nonsense. I'm glad they put them in the spotlight. I think cheaters are the most despicable fucking human beings on this planet. I think cheaters deserve to have everything come to light, and they do. Here's the thing about number one, lying, cheating, stealing, all that stuff. The truth always comes out. It always comes out. And I'm so glad it did. There should be no place for cheaters. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. It's despicable on so many levels. Not only do you lie yourself, but you also do something beyond that that hurts someone else. And beyond even that, you do something to hurt someone else that trusted you, that relied on you, that had faith in you. Cheating, in my humble opinion, is one of the worst things that you can do to someone. Is one of the worst things that you can do to someone. It quite literally breaks an individual. And coming from someone that has been cheated on in the past, um, it's despicable on every level. And I think if you have the ability to, it is your duty as an individual to bring it to light. Because I can almost guarantee everyone would want to know if they're being cheated on. Now, I've heard of instances where people have been like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to know." But that's the rare occasion. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to even step it up more. Beyond just doing all the shitty things, you're wasting somebody else's time. You're taking advantage of somebody's time. And time is so fucking precious in this world. When they could be going after someone who won't cheat on them, who won't do that to them, who won't break their heart. You're wasting their time. And here's the thing. The HR rep that wasn't in the affair, but who was there and who knew, had an obligation to fucking tell on them. And you may be like, "Oh, you don't need to snitch, and you don't need to snitch." Fuck yeah, you do. Fuck yeah, you do. Imagine if it was you in that position where you're the spouse of someone who cheated on. Like, not you that you're the cheater, but the one that's being cheated on. I think you would feel like, "Hey, like if this person knew, why the fuck did they not tell me?" I think it's absolutely egregious. Now, don't get me wrong, the person who didn't tell, I mean, people have been trying to spin it like, "Oh, she's worse off, she's worse off, she's worse off." And she's absolutely not worse off. But that doesn't make her any better. That does not make her any better. Just because she's not worse off does not make her any better. She should have told. She should have told. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. She should have told. Because, well, look at the outcome. Look at the outcome. You can either tell yourself or you can be put on a fucking jumbotron at a Coldplay concert. You take your pick. Which one would you rather? Keep it underneath the belt, or fucking, or keep a fair game pretty much. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but that's what happened. I assume everyone has heard of it. It's become mainstream news. And you want to know something? I'm so freaking glad that this happened, because you want to know something? It exposes the dark reality of people. And I hope people now fear infidelity, because too many people do not fear infidelity. They don't, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter." No, it quite literally does. It quite literally does. Look at society at large today. We're not better off than we were before, and infidelity has been increased by an to the nth degree, pretty much. So I'm very, very glad. I hope cheaters now maybe take a look at what they're doing, take a step back, and be like, "Hey, shit, what I'm doing is wrong." Because fuck you. If you cheat, you're a despicable human being. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. That's a new level of disgusting that you need to do to hurt someone like that. But anywho, anywho, that's what happened in the world today. I'm not going to harp on that too much longer. If you guys haven't seen it, go look and let me know what your opinion on that is. But in terms of the weekly advice, I saw something interesting today on a reel. I think it was Steve Harvey himself was saying it. But my weekly advice to you guys is, no goal is unobtainable. No goal in your life is unobtainable. I recently wrote down my goals in terms of streaming. I do have other goals, obviously, in life, not just streaming. Streaming is just one aspect of my life, but I wrote them down because I know for me it is possible. When you actually analyze your goals in life, everything is possible. Do you think that anyone dreamed as big as Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg 50 years ago? Do you think anyone ever dreamed to be that big? Do you think anyone dreamed to be as big as, I don't know, Eminem, Beyonce, or your worldwide sensation? Probably not. But yet they were able to do something incredible. Nothing on this planet is unachievable. Write down your goal and every day chip away at your goal. And that's something I mean I've been doing since I basically started streaming, but I never had the clear picture. I never had the clear picture of what I want. I know the clear picture of what I want now. And it is very, very obtainable. It's a ridiculous goal, don't get me wrong, but it's very, very obtainable. And I'd say the same for you. And I'll bring up this quote. I wasn't planning on bringing up this, but it just sort of popped in my head because it's so true. There was a reel of this older gentleman who said, and it's such it left such an impact on me. Imagine how big you would dream if you knew you couldn't fail. Imagine how big you would dream if you knew you couldn't fail. And I'll tell you this much: for those who actually believe in their dreams, and for those who are willing to spend 60, 70 hours a week to achieve those dreams, the majority of them actually achieve them. They will take every angle, they will take every route, they will do everything in their ability to make it happen. And the same can happen with you. If you guys want to be a professional baseball player, work hard at it every day, become the best in your craft. If you struggle a little bit, there are ways to become better than everyone else, or 99.9% of people. Because again, remember, look at the MLB. You have people like Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, and then you have nobodies in there. Don't get me wrong, they're good nobodies, but you still have nobodies. And all you need to do is be somewhere in the middle. You don't need to be the best, you just need to be good enough to achieve your dream. And the same goes for everything else. You want to be the CEO of some company, you want to start your own business, you want to be a streamer, you want to be a comedian, you want to be, I don't know, you want to sell like special cups. I don't I don't know. Whatever you want to do, though, try hard, work smart, find ways to do exactly what you want to do, and you can never ever fail at life. And that is what I am doing for streaming. Gaming is what I love to do. That's what people, I mean, even in this game, I don't know if you saw at the beginning of this game specifically, but someone was like, "Oh, why do you advertise your stream and like if you don't do it for the money?" Well, I do it because I love it. I do it because I love it. I love gaming, and I'm gonna do anything and every well, not any, I'm gonna do everything in my power that's not illegal and that's morally sound to to make it work. But what I would say and what I'm going to finish off with is do the same for yourself and you can never fail. But other than that, that is all I have for you guys. So I hope each and every one of you guys has had a wonderful week. I hope each and every one of you guys has a wonderful week ahead. And as always, take care. And I'll talk to you guys later.